Hi, this is Dr. A. Alan Rao, PhD, coming at you with another episode of COVID 19 Common Sense. And I'm also known as the Thomas Paine in the butt of COVID 19 Common Sense. So, anyhow, whatever you like to call me, but never late for dinner, please. So, anyhow, this episode is about eyes, and I promised an episode about eyes in the previous section about the nose. And the whole point about mouth and nose and eyes is that we have been pretty well equipped as a species for fending off airborne pathogens. And as it turns out, although our eyes are not a direct path to our lungs, as are our nose and our mouth, they still are a big door for pathogens getting into our system and infecting us. And so but they also are also equipped with a fairly good system for keeping that stuff out and still allowing us to see. And that system is it's the ability to have tears, to blink your eyes and to generate tears. And so some of us were taught as kids to not to scratch our eyes if we got sand in them, because that would, of course, just sandpaper our eyelids. Our eyelids would sandpaper our eyeballs with the sand in between the eyelid and the eyeball, and that was not a good idea. And even though kids have a hard time resisting, rubbing their eyes, I think I learned eventually not to rub my eyes, but what? To blink my eyes. If I blinked, I'm demonstrating here. Blink, 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 blink. That is what it looks like, blinking your eyes. And I can't tell you to blink your eyes, but I can blink my eyes, and that's what I'm going to do. And in fact, I can't tell you to do anything, nor even suggest probably, but here's what I do is if I feel like I've got something in my eyes, I blink my eyes. In fact, I blink my eyes quite often. At least I don't sit around and count them. But statistics tell me that I'm just frequently blinking my eyes. And if I don't blink my eyes, people say, "Why are you staring at me like that?" You can get in trouble. They'll call the police on you if you stare at people without blinking your eyes. So make sure, whatever the case is, blink your eyes. So I blink my eyes. Excuse me, I shouldn't say whatever the case, blink your eyes. Whatever the case is, I blink my eyes. I'm supposed to not be giving you advice. So anyhow, I blink my eyes, and that brings on some tears, and that washes out the dust or whatever is in my eyes. Now, how do we enhance that? Well, as I mentioned earlier, I have this little routine. It's sort of a optimized neti bowl approach, or neti pot approach, where I actually use a bowl of warm salty water, and I stick my face in it. And before I stick my face in it, as I described my section about the nose, I blink my eyes. And what that does is that feels like to me that it cleans dirt and stuff out of my eyes. It feels like it re-lubricates them and allows tears to come a little bit easier, a little bit more easily. And I will say some some information that I omitted in my previous thing about the nose, is that you want to, when you put your face in that bowl of warm, and I stress warm, it should not be the temperature of McDonald's coffee, because we all know that cost McDonald's a couple of $1 million for selling hot coffee. Excuse me. I'm sure that no one wants to spill hot coffee in their lap, but hey, anyhow, no, you don't want that to put your face in a bowl of hot coffee, just tepid. I don't know that anyone knows these days what that word means, but it means like sort of lukewarm, semi-warm, a little bit warm, comfortably warm. Let's use that. I think everybody can understand comfortably warm. Comfortable with what part of your body? Not your toenail, all that wouldn't hurt, but your face. So anyhow, put your face in some comfortably warm salty water. I dealt with the issue of what level of salinity, that is how much salt. You want it to taste about no, you don't want to do anything. I like it to taste about like ocean water. And for anyone who's interested in this and wants to do research, they can find recipes for creating saline solution. You can buy saline solution for that matter. Go out if you got the money. Go out and buy saline solution. But anyhow, warm it up a little bit. But anyhow, I stick my face in that bowl. Of lukewarm water, come very comfortable to my face and a little salty and very comfortable. I blink my eyes, and it is important to notice, or to note, excuse me, it is important to note that one should blink one's eyes before one snuffs the water or sucks it in and pushes it out of one's nose, because otherwise you'll be blinking your eyes in water that's contaminated by snot and boogers and dirt and other stuff from your nostrils. So anyhow, just the eye part of it is you just blink your eyes a little bit and then close them, and then you clean out your nose. And so of course another thing that I have begun doing recently, and this is actually thanks to my Saudi neighbors, because I was talking to them about this, and they, unlike my compatriots, listen to me and think it's a good idea. But anyhow, they actually gave me some eye drops. It's like lubricating eye drops, I guess you call it. Moisturizing eye drops, something like that. Some eye drops with, it's, I guess, primarily saline solution. I don't know what's in it, but anyhow, that also will help you keep your eyes clean, and that is a really good alternative to scratching your eyes. And so if you carry one of those little vials around that come in those packages, you can, if you get just the irresistible urge, like the need to scratch, or let me put it this way, if I get that irresistible urge, that need to scratch my eyes, I can pop out that little vial of whatever it is, saline solution or whatever, and drop a couple of drops in my eyes, tilt my head back, drop a couple of drops in the eyes, and I'm good to go again. So anyhow, there is some information about eye hygiene. I guess we're talking about hygiene here, aren't we? Pretty good word to introduce, eye hygiene. So there you go. And before I wrap up, it was pretty interesting. The those drops that my Saudi neighbors gifted me had actually been gifted to them from a brother in Saudi Arabia, who actually mailed them to them. And if you look at the label, it says that that's from a company in Fort Worth, but manufactured in France. It is just marvelous to live in this international world that we live in. Although, wow, I guess it's turning out to be a little bit too much of a gregarious world. And I guess we're sort of reaping the adverse benefits of network effects, but we'll deal with that on some future episode. Okay, well, that's it from now. This is Dr. A. Allen Rao, a.k.a. Thomas Pain in the Butt of COVID-19 Common Sense. Signing off and hoping to speak to you more later. Bye. And let me see if I can stop this thing now. Oops.